Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data Watch channel. Today I am here with a new video on three topics basically, that are transformation, actions, and the another important one is the shuffling. We'll be watching all these on theoretical level because there is not much to have any demonstration for that. So this particular video is going to be a theoretical video in which I will be explaining what's the difference between transformation, actions, and what is shuffling. So let's get started with the video. First one is transformation, and then we will cover up action. So transformation is nothing but, suppose if you are having some particular uh, data modification into your data set or data frame. That modification may be, suppose it can be a join, it can be a union, it can be filter, anything, right? So all these comes under transformation. Now then it since if you are aware of in Python, suppose it's a pandas library, if you would have used, there is no such concept of transformation and action separately. But in a Spark, what we can see that we are having both the concepts different from each other, that are transformation and action. So this transformation is something which is responsible to have modification into your data set, that means into your data frame. But suppose if you want to output that whole modified data set or data frame to somewhere in the form of, suppose if you want to display it, if you want to save it into a file, if you like this, if you want to perform some action of that particular modified data, that is called as actions. So very important theory which comes into transformation, that there are typically two types of transformation. This whole modification of data, whatever we are having methods in Spark or PySpark, all these are categorized into two types of transformation. First one is narrow transformation, another one is the wide transformation. This difference between narrow and wide transformation is, that's it, that if you are using some method into your modification of data, which method is applicable to all the partitions. This might sound you confusing. Let me explain you again, that suppose if you are having a group by, correct? This group by is applicable on whole of the data set, that means whole of the data frame which you are having. It doesn't understand that it has been partitioned to different partitions. That means suppose if you are having 1000 rows into your data, this group by to be applied on each of the rows, right? So whatever number of transformation, whatever number of partitions it has been divided, it doesn't care for that. It will group by the whole set of data. In this, what will happen? It will just take up all the data from each of the partitions, whatever. If you are not aware of partitions, do check out my video of partition, where I have clearly explained that how partition is working, how to apply partition, what is partition. All of these I have already explained, so I am skipping that out for now. I'm moving ahead with that. Well, suppose in wide transformation you are having multiple partitions, and from all those partitions data has been pulled out to single place or in a single data frame, and after that, that particular transformation like group by will be applied over that whole data set, and it will be outputted to some another data frame. So then it comes to narrow transformation. Suppose if you are having filter, right? If you are having a data set of in which there is 1000 rows, now in a single partition it's 200 rows, in the first partition it's 200 rows, in second partition again 200 rows, next 200 rows. So in first transformation, if suppose filter to be applied is greater than 50, suppose like this, it is going to be applied over their transformation. So it can be applied on separate partitions, right? That means it doesn't care for that it should be applied when the data will be collated at a single data frame. It can be in the partition data frame as well. That means it will work for the first data frame in which it will filter out 50 is greater than 50. In second data frame, it will filter out the is greater than 50, and so on. But this group by or this join or distinct, all these is something which is dependent on whole of the data set. That means whatever data it is into the all of the partitions, it will depend on each of the data. So that's why this white transformation occurs shuffling. That means the data is getting moved from one partition to second partition to third partition, since each of the data is required for this particular transformation, that is group by, right? So that will be moved from each of the partitions, it will be collated to a single place. So all these functionality, it is called as shuffling. That means redistribution and reorganizing the data across partition during certain operations like group by, join, and distinct. So this is, it is called as shuffling. So you must be now known that what shuffling is. Only that when we are doing white transformations like group by, join, or distinct, which is dependent of each of the data it is into the data frame, the data is getting moved from one partition to another partition due to the requirement of every data into the whole data set. So that particular phenomena or process, it is called as shuffling. And now you are already aware that what is narrow transformation, what is wide transformation. Coming to the actions. So I have already told you that transformations, when it is getting applied, it is not instantly getting outputted. It is just into the, you may say that it's lazily evaluated. It's there into the DAG, that is in a graphical type of format, it is over there. That means all the transformations it has been applied, it is over there, but that whole data, it is not getting outputted neither in front of you, that into your UI of the Spark, or not into the some text file or some particular file format, neither it is getting dumped over there. It's there on the worker nodes itself. To take out that data, even to see you, that means if suppose if you want to see that particular data into your UI, you need to apply a action over that. That action might be dot show, dot take, dot collect, any of these all are called as action. That means operation that trigger the execution of transformation and return the result or write data to an external system. So it is basically for retrieving the data, aggregating the result, writing the output. So whatever method which is responsible to perform this type of work, it comes under the category of action, like collect, show, take, save as text file, or saving as any file, CSV, Parquet, or any file. So all these type of executions are called as actions. And whatever I have explained above, it was transformation. Hope you found this video very informative. If you found this video helpful, kindly like to the video, subscribe to the channel. And if any confusion regarding this transformation and action, let me know into the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching the videos. See you in the next one.